That's all we have signed up. Anybody else want to address the committee before? Yes, sir. That's right. Just come and introduce yourself, and we'll pretend you signed up.
I'm Ed Painter. I'm from Dalton. I was at the public hearing up there on the 20th. At that time, Chairman Babb was late for the meeting, as some of y'all may remember. He asked for y'all to consider making the 9th District run north and south instead of east and west across the mountains. At that point, we got together and started coming up with a proposal. And the reason that we consider this appropriate at the first meeting is because we consider this a way to start the redistricting process with a cornerstone that meets the 5 principles that were mentioned. What we propose is a community of interest consisting of Bartow, Catoosa, Chattooga, Dade, Fanning, Floyd, Gilmer, Gordon, Murray, Pickens, Polk, Walker, and Whitfield counties. We have tried to drop these off at everybody's office or handed to some of you personally. We will be down here hoping to meet with everybody individually to plead our case. We've been working with the Board of Commissions in several counties. We have got nothing but enthusiastic response from all of them. It's been passed as a resolution in Whitfield and Murray and in Dalton and City of Ellijay, and have had several other county commissioners say that they would pass it in their communities. One of the reasons we like this is because it does one thing that I believe that y'all heard at most of your meetings was it keeps the boundaries intact. The population of these 13 counties only exceed the target point by 138. That can easily be taken from a community of interest that straddles the boundary with another district. So even that small number can keep inside a community, even if it isn't in the 9th District. And when I say 9th District, we really don't care what it's numbered. This follows the transportation routes, and we have these available for anybody who wants to see them. There's things we looked at were the racial makeup. It's minimal change. Actually, there's a minimal change in the political makeup. So we're not changing anything as far as electability of a candidate of a certain party or reducing anyone's participation as because of race or ethnicity. We consider it simple, shows common sense, and it's easy to do. And if we start up there, we believe that it will show a commitment to actually do something that's nonpartisan, non-political. We have not had anybody from either party object to it. They see it the same way, that it's just the citizens that are interested in keeping these communities together. So I thank you for listening, and I'd be glad to answer any questions.
And you're talking about the 9th Congressional District?
Yes, sir. Only, we're not getting into any of the state or House or Senate districts. Can't stand the sight of blood. So
okay. Well, when you did the 9th Congressional District, did you look at the other 13,
no,
13 districts?
This is in the corner. It minimally affects any of them, and it's easy to build off this. Right. And I'm certain that although we don't have the resources to get into the precinct level and to gerrymander like you are going to have to, we're certain that this is not going to affect the conditions that you're going to have to get into with the majority-minority districts around Atlanta. It's just a matter of affecting the Republican districts that are already there. I'm sure there'll be some objections from some of the Republicans, but we're concerned about the citizens.
And I've seen your proposal. We have that on file to be considered as we go about drawing those maps. And I know you put a lot of work into it, and it shows with the product that you have, and we appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Whether it winds up that way or not depends on the other 13.
Well,
probably.
Well, we're going to do what we will be down,
okay.
And we will have support.
And we have a question from number 26, Representative Black.
I just wanted to make a comment for the benefit of Ed, his neighbors. I was up at the hearing that we held in Dalton, stayed over in your fair city, went to Gainesville the next night, and having the extra time, I chose the scenic route through the National Forest. And anyone that doubts the validity of your point about the disconnect of people in your area would feel as far as the eastern portion of that district needs to travel that route.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Massey Reese, Representative Massey Reese.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Painter, I'd like to thank you for working up such an excellent brochure for us that brings out the points that you just mentioned. And you have mentioned several points that I have heard throughout my own House district. Many people remember when we had a 7th congressional district that took in the corner up there. And there are quite a few people out there interested in seeing that become a reality again. Are you in contact with our congressman from that area also to
Yes,
see
ma'am. I talked to him
how
last
they
Saturday.
feel about this?
I talked to him last Saturday. He said he knew about it. We had tried to make everyone aware of it. He had no opinion he could express, so I really don't know how he feels, but like I said, we're trying to do this for the citizens, and thank you for your comment. And this is not my ideal, by the way. This has been talked about for years, ever since the 07th was changed, as Representative noted.
Anybody else? Thank you, Mr. Painter. That's all the questions I see right now. Anybody else?